What's up, Chris? Meta puts. Oh yeah, those cooked up. Those cooked up. And the thing is, like, you gotta be a goddamn fool to try to be buying, you know, calls way up here, anyways. But I think someone asked me about Meta, and I was like, nah, bro. Calls up here is crazy. But we'll look at Tesla. Let's just make sure we get at least 2K likes before we really get started. I don't plan on holding you guys up for too long tonight. It's Saturday. Let's just try to find some plays, see what the market could potentially do, and go from there. But I hope you guys know. I hope you guys are enjoying what the market is doing right now. I mean, we've been going absolutely crazy since 2022. We've known the market was gonna do a move like it's doing right now. We literally talked about it every single day. I told you higher and higher for longer. But guess what? There's gonna be a way. If you miss the upside opportunity, there's gonna be a huge downside opportunity. Okay? He said, "Haven't seen this guy in a minute." We've been making money, man. I gave everybody the game. Like, if you weren't, you understand? Like, if you haven't been making a whole bunch of money on this huge move, like literally just an upside move, hey man, I don't know what to tell you. But there is gonna be another opportunity where, I think this potential whole move could be erased. But that's a story for a different day. We'll be talking about that, and as it gets closer, I do think it's getting closer and closer. Mainly because if you guys, let's continue to run up the likes. So I'm not gonna get started until we at least get 2K likes. So keep clicking the screen, and we'll go over more things. But I mean, even if you look at how the weekly closed, and we talked about this inside of the Discord, that we literally went to the 1.618. Like, if you take this whole retracement that you saw from the top that we had in November 2021, and then we had that retracement, everybody turned super bearish during this entire move down. They thought we were going to continue to go lower at 262. I told you, no, this is where you want to get calls, right here at this double bottom. We literally hit the 1.618 on this leg. Like, that's incredible. That's incredible because I doubt we're gonna end up seeing the top, this 2.618. Okay, so once you hit this 1.618, that's basically telling you, like, yeah, like, this thing has made a huge move to the point where, could we get to 5? We might come in here and go up a little bit more, but I really doubt we get here without some sort of significant retracement. And a lot of people are not even thinking about a recession. If you looked at the data is completely different than it was when we were very bullish, over here. And you guys know me. I don't even talk about data too much. I literally just look at the chart. I go outside and I look, and oh yeah, the consumer looks good, yada yada yada. But I can tell you right now, it's a completely different environment than it was 2 years ago. Right now, like, there'll be a Saturday, and the bars, and it doesn't be as packed as it used to be, and that's just a fact. That means the consumer is weakening. Okay. Now, if the consumer is weakening, you really just need job reports going down. And I'm telling you, and it kind of is already going down, the business cycle rolling over. If those things starts happening, which they will, no one's talking about a recession or hard landing anymore. And that's when you need to be paying attention to it the most. Okay. Back when the best buying opportunity was, no one was talking about there was a few, like, there. In the news, it was the market's going up. I mean, the market's going down right here. You guys remember? Like, you could. Some of you guys been here long enough to remember, like, what the news article was, because people came in here talking crazy when we were bullish down here. When we were bullish down here, people were talking about, you're crazy, we're going to continue to go lower, and that was literally the perfect time to be buying. Now what you're seeing up here is something completely different. There's people thinking we're going to continue to go higher. There's actually no recession. The market is great, yada, yada, yada. And don't get me wrong, we're probably got, no one can time the top, no one can time the bottom. We probably got, we'll probably go up a little bit more, but don't expect to have this insane leg like you had right here. This is literally a crazy leg. Okay, so that's the first thing. I just want to say I'm not switching completely bearish yet, but there will be a time where I believe, yes, there's gonna be the move is gonna be bearish. Like you want to be more bearish than you are bullish, and I'm just this is the prelude. Okay, this is the prelude. It's the prelude. It's the prelude, and I'm excited. I'm excited because we've already caught. We caught. Like you look at the Nvidias, you look at the Metas, you look at a lot of these stocks, and I mean, come on now, who the hell is buying up here? Think about that too. Like, who the hell buying? Come on now, you think somebody's long term? You think people are literally buying up here? Nah, that's not what's happening. But anyways, let's move on. Let's look at the Qs, and we'll look at some individual stocks before we get out of here. Like I said, I don't plan on holding you guys up for too long tonight. What I'm anticipating, I mean, this is a decently bearish weekly candle close. Usually, what we see the next week, just like a morning star. This is a dang, I forgot the one that's on the top. But usually, what you see is like a, I'm not gonna say a big red candle is gonna come, but usually you do see a reversal candle after. I mean, usually you do see a huge reversal after you get this sort of candle. Rather it's on the top, rather it's on the bottom. This candle is usually bearish, and you're at what we talked about, that 1.618, which is the top of this extended leg on the fib. So, if you're in the Discord, you kind of already know everything that's been happening. We've been going crazy in there. I mean, the results are speaking for themselves. But just the people that I don't go live too much anymore, but the people on here haven't heard it. If we're at the 1.618, this is not where you want to be overly bearish. Okay, this is actually where you want to kind of be not looking to get 2 week out calls, not looking to be overly bullish, because the time to be overly bullish is on pullbacks. Okay, on these pullbacks right now, you're literally at the top. You're extended. I mean, if anything, there's a retracement or a consolidation period, in my opinion, gonna happen. I doubt we continue to make big old green candles. Okay, so that's what I'm going to be paying attention to. On the Qs, the main thing I'm excited about right now is small caps, because I think it's time, mainly because you now have rate cuts being mentioned, and you guys know when rate cuts are being mentioned, that usually marks the top, but also it marks small caps being able to perform a bit better. Okay, that doesn't mean as soon as rate cuts come out, the top is in. Like, no, come on now, that's not how markets work. Usually you're probably gonna get some more little upside, but it's coming is what I'm saying. Okay, like literally it's coming. So prepare. And you guys know me, like I was last 2 years ago, I was like, yo, like this is you want to be overly bullish. Like you literally buy whole, you just do that. You guys know. So now I'm telling you, there's some good discounts out there, and that's what you want to be paying attention to, because ultimately money's going to end up rotating there. That's why I like small caps so much. Small caps is literally getting a breakout from this huge consolidation that it's had for 2 years, finally, which makes sense. I mean, rate cuts is bullish for it, and it's breaking out from this huge resistance. Okay, so when we're looking at stocks, when we're looking at things for the most upside opportunity, it right now it's in small caps, crypto, yada yada yada. Okay, anyways, put in the comments what stocks you guys want to look at. We'll look at some, and like I said, I don't want to hold you guys over too long tonight. It's Saturday. I see some Teslas already. I see people want to talk about Disney, so we'll take a look at Tesla. And if you guys remember the last time I was live, I think 2 weeks ago, I was telling you this is very bullish. It's in the inverse head and shoulders, and like literally it's about to take off. The price target is 280. It got to 271. I was off by a little bit, but yeah, we knew this was going to end up getting up here. And what you have now is I think Elon just said he's like fully endorsing Trump, so you should get some more Trump and Elon news. I think Tesla goes up a bit more, because Tesla does run with small caps as well. If you guys haven't noticed, I mean, Tesla's been not performing good, and all of a sudden you get IWM starting to go, and Tesla is starting to go. So this is the biggest small cap ever. All right, this thing moves with small caps. So I'm anticipating Tesla to continue to move. I think it hasn't reached 294, which I think it gets to 294, maybe even 350 around there. But I know you're probably wondering, is this a good time right now? Should I get into Tesla calls next week? And maybe. I mean, maybe, but me personally, if you missed this entire, like the most obvious move where it had right here, where it was literally breaking out of this inverse head and shoulders, you at least want, a more decent sized pullback. Now, I don't think it gets to 207, but me personally, man, I'd wait for it to get to 225 something before I want to open like a swing trade for it. But I think it's gonna continue to go up. It's just not, you missed the substantial, like the easy money you could have made on it. You know what I'm saying? Like this thing went from 180 to 280, and now it's giving like a retracement, yada yada yada. I think there's a lot better opportunities out there, but do I think it reaches 295 and 350? Yes. So with that information, what I would be doing, if I still wanted to get into Tesla, I would get like some November 280s or something, and then dollar cost average into it if you do get a nice little pullback. In my opinion, you can do what you want. I don't care what's going to happen with it next week. Okay, next week price action is you got to take, if you're looking to get into some weekly calls, you got to take it day by day. Like Monday could be very bearish, and you got in the calls at the top, and now your contract's down 50%, and it never reaches, so. But in the next 2-3 months, I do think Tesla can continue to go up, especially with Trump and Elon, kind of, and they got earnings this week, so you never know. You never know. But like I said, small caps is the wave. That's how we were able to catch EMPH. Some of you guys, like, we literally got into EMPH calls on Monday. This is why you need to be in the Discord, because literally Tuesday we did. July 9th, EMPH calls, the 105s, like they're going for $115. And if you look at EMPH, it's sitting at 119. We literally got in at the bottom right here. So when rate cuts happen, usually you get small caps and energy, and that's why this time period is still fun for bulls. Okay. Anyways, let's move on. I didn't know Tesla had earnings this week, or I wouldn't have went on so long for it. I'm not gonna lie. It has earnings. Like, what? It's 50-50 for earnings. It's 50-50. But I do want to take a look at Disney, because Disney is sitting in a very interesting spot. And if you're in the Discord, you already know what we're in. It reminds me of what was happening during right here. Some of you guys remember when we were talking about Disney calls last year in November and December, and we were begging you guys to get some March, I think it was March, March Disney calls, or April Disney calls, when it was at $88. Some of you guys got very impatient. Some of you guys missed out on a bag, and it literally went up to $122. It made a $30-$40 move. Some people sold before then, but literally, if you're getting leaps, if you're getting months out contracts, you would want to hold something like this. And I'm saying that because the same thing is happening right now. The same thing is happening right now for Disney. Disney is in an incredible situation. These are the discounts that I'm talking about. If you still want to be bullish on things and you still want to find good upside moves, you would look for stuff like Disney. Disney's a great one. And the TA is telling us that it's literally sitting literally at the most perfect buying opportunity. So if you're in the Discord and you look into long-term holds, look at what we entered, and I'm telling you, if you just buy and hold that, now and you're patient, you'll more look, man. There's an 80 to 85% chance you're gonna end up making some money on that, because Disney is looking like it's ready for a reversal. It's literally at the 618. It's bouncing from. Look, this is where you had that rejection, and this is where it finally broke out and went absolutely crazy. Okay, so this level right here is good, and you're still in the bull market, first of all, and you're even getting some hidden bull divergence on a weekly time frame that you're seeing right here. So Disney looks very good. Keep it simple. Keep it simple. Like, if the setup is there and this thing has been giving you a retracement while the market's been very bullish, money is most likely going to end up rotating into these stocks. While like even like that's why we got into Starbucks. Like Starbucks is one that even if the market is going down, like the market isn't bullish, you should be looking for stuff like Starbucks and Disney because Starbucks literally bottomed out while the market topped out and kept going. Some of you, that's why we got into Starbucks. I made some money on Starbucks. Hopefully you guys did. So yeah, you want to look at stuff like Disney. Disney looks good. I mean, this is a bottoming out pattern regardless. Let's look at smaller time. Bull diverging on a 4-hour. Yeah, man. Yeah. Disney looks good. Disney looks good. Somebody said how much are Disney calls? It depends on which ones you're getting, but we got some really good ones for like $120. I think they're going for like $100 now. Somebody said, how far out? Look, if you want to know what we got into, you got to be inside of Discord. I'm not going to do the members a disservice of putting out exactly what we're in, but just know we're in. Anyways, let's move on. Somebody said full port puts on Monday. I mean, I guess if you want to. Let's look at QCOM. Okay, so the reason I don't really like semiconductors anymore is because it's now the late trade. Now, could they go up a tiny bit more? Sure. But usually what happens, and I say this every single time. Some of you guys, like when NVIDIA had its stock split, I think it was right here. It was somewhere over here. They never trade the same. And this is actually where you would probably, I'm not going to say sell like your equity in it, but this is normally where you would want to sell your equity in it. Because if you want to be a super long-term investor and you believe NVIDIA is going to continue to go up, I mean, and I'm talking about NVIDIA because NVIDIA is the daddy of the semiconductors, and usually chips follow what NVIDIA is going to do, QCOM, etc., TSM. When a stock split happens on a stock, it never trades the same, and usually that marks the top. I said that, and it looks like I've been right. I mean, it looks like it's marked the top on something like NVIDIA, and we actually caught NVIDIA puts. On Thursday, and those went over 300%. And I still think NVIDIA is bearish, so that means QCOM should be bearish as well. And to be honest, you shouldn't be bullish on something like QCOM until you can actually get a higher high. And by higher high, I mean for it to start trading back above 210. Because right now, what it looks like it's about to do is make a whole new downtrend type of move, okay, where it might come up a little bit, but ultimately it keeps making these lower highs, okay? So if I was looking at QCOM, I would want it to get above 210 for me to turn a bit more bullish on it, and for me to believe that it's gonna make a new high, which would be around 230. So I would be bearish on QCOM until then. And even if you look at the weekly, like, this is getting sold on. This is getting sold on. Like, come on now. Nobody's really trying to buy. Nobody's really. This consolidation looks like this consolidation. This consolidation looks like this consolidation. And I actually have to go on a few. I got to go on a few. We were live, you know. We look at a few more, but I definitely got to start wrapping this up. It's Saturday. It's Saturday, man. Come on. It's Saturday. I'll try to go live more often though. But if you look at QCOM, it's not as strong in momentum as you see right here. Okay, this thing is when it goes up, it usually gets sold on. Okay, so if I'm looking at QCOM, I would think this is actually gonna start heading lower until it can start closing above 210. Okay, closing above 210. So let's say next week. And you literally could have caught the perfect rejection on something like QCOM at 206. I'd be looking at it. If I wanted to be bullish, I would look for it above 206 first, and then it could potentially make a move to 210. But until then, I'm looking to short the pops, like you got the pop on Friday. That would have been an excellent short. Okay. So that's what I'd be looking for on it. And like I said, when a stock has a split, that's usually where it turns bearish. Usually, I'm not gonna say 100%, but usually. Let's move on though. We already looked at Tesla. Let's look at Amazon. What do you think about crypto? Crypto runs with the small caps. I think crypto has another high in it. I think Bitcoin can go to 100 plus K. But I will say, like, if they wanted to pull out the greatest fake of all time, you wouldn't let crypto go to all time high. You would literally stop it right here and then let it fall. If they wanted to pull out the greatest, that would literally be the greatest fake of all time. But the reason I think crypto goes higher is because Trump. It looks like Trump is going to get reelected. Trump likes crypto, and I think crypto is going to end up going higher into the Trump presidency. And as Trump gets elected, that's when you probably want to sell your crypto, because Bitcoin will most likely be above 100K, and that news, there's no more speculation. You understand? There's no more speculation with Trump. So now, Trump, we know Trump likes crypto. So now there's no more speculation on crypto. So now we can probably sell it. And a recession is going to happen anyways, in my opinion. In my opinion, a recession does look like a possibility. Like I preluded at the beginning of the stream. But if you look at Amazon, we knew Amazon was going to get to 200. This isn't a stock I want to even look at anymore, because come on now. I've been telling you guys to get Amazon for some time now, but if you look at it, I think Amazon still has a bit more room to the upside. Usually when a stock makes all-time highs, like you see with Amazon right now, it continues to go up. Okay, so I think Amazon's lagging a lot of the bigger tech, like Meta, like Nvidia, like Microsoft. It's lagging a lot of it. So I think Amazon actually has a lot of room to the upside. I think it can get to 250, okay? And it gave you a great pullback on last week as well. So that's a great pullback. I would actually be looking for entry on this pullback, and potentially looking for some, far out calls, not anything short term. All right, so that's what I think about Amazon. And I've been trying to tell you guys to buy Amazon, since 120. Like this was the obvious thing that I tried giving you guys. Shopify. Let's look at Shopify because it is a small cap, and like I said, I think small caps are ready to go. Or it's like a mid cap, but mid caps and small caps usually run with each other. This is ugly. Yeah, this is ugly. Nothing I would touch right here. This is just ugly. I wish I could like give you something, but nah, this is just ugly. It is in this nice uptrend, and it did retest the bottom a couple weeks ago, but maybe I'd get calls at 62, but it's just ugly. But anyways, if you guys want to look at some more stuff, we can. Just join the Discord. It's free. You get free access. Just click the free access, get in there, and we'll look at some more stocks. But thank you guys for tuning in. I'll try to go live throughout the week. Starbucks. We got into Starbucks calls last week, and we literally got in at the bottom, and we got the July 19th. If I'm thinking about Starbucks, this is like you have discounts that look good. Starbucks is a discount that looks good. So a lot of people ask me in my DMs like, what's a good long term, like, should I be buying Meta equity right here or Nvidia equity right here and holding it long term? And my answer is no. No, because you missed. Now you're buying someone's bag. Like you're literally somebody's exit liquidity at that point. You're buying someone else's bag that was smart enough to buy it at lows and just be patient enough to hold it. So I'd recommend something like Starbucks. Starbucks looks great right here. I mean, it's basically the McDonald's of the coffee industry. I like it. I like it. Now, what usually happens right here though, and why I'd be kind of skeptical to get in the, if you missed our call on it last week on Wednesday where we told you to get calls at literally $72 and went to 75, I'd be wary of it doing something. The market likes tricking people out. I'd be wary of it doing something like this first before it actually makes its real move to the upside, like something like that. Okay. So if you missed these two green candles, I would be patient enough to wait for maybe some red candles, or just get some far out calls and just dollar cost average into it, which is always the better option, because you don't have to worry. You don't, like, there's no worry, and it could just take off right here, right? But that's what I'd be looking for. But yeah, thank you guys for tuning in. I'll talk to you guys later. I'm out. Peace. Join the Discord. Link is in the bio.